everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Beastiez, the group that started after the whole VShojo thing, they were actually going to be a part of underground generation, a new generation that was unknown before, a hidden generation that didn't happen, the same way that Made Minced and Setsu.exe didn't happen, and now they are their own thing. It started out right here, this one, with the three girls. It's Piapi UFO, Beribug, and Tori Orion, as you can see here. And Kaiju Crocodile was the one that was added. This is Kaiju Crocodile for now. The hair and everything reminded us of Jaden Animations. We don't know 100% if it still is, but we can see a little bit more of what is happening. That is the big news of the whole Beastiez thing. This was teased before. I did mention it before in a video, that it was teased that they were a part of this. They were going to be a part of this, and they were able to kind of get things going in their own way. They did a really good job of getting things going here. This was leading up to a new thing that they're having up here. December 10th, they did a debut. It is their debut animation, not their full-on debut. At least not while I am doing this. They did their full-on debut. They did a debut animation. If you want to watch a single video of our post, I would want it to be this one. Hope this one is the premiere. And we have this part here of the, here it says, thank you everyone who came to the debut of the animation. I'm looking forward to meeting you soon. This is her new design. Still has the crocodilian tummy here, which is interesting. It is a good design choice. Like I said, it's very much a mix of human and crocodile, more so than I've really ever seen. It is kind of more an animal with a little bit more human characteristics. And we have here a little bit of, I'm not going to be able to show you all of it, but you have a little bit here. You can see, as you know, in the little darker parts, you have this, they're going on a tour, this person, Everglades tour. I've done that. No swimming. And they keep going a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. That I think was copyrighted noise, sound, whatever. So they weren't able to fully have that there. And this is the crocodile, her opening up the phone because, well, he got stuck. He got just like, I don't know what happened. He got taken down underneath by her, more than likely. And that is her full look there. You can see her full look. And she uses that to take his, take all this stuff here. And other.
Yes. What?
That is all you can hear from her. Could be Jaden Animation. Could be anyone else. We don't know. So, that's what you hear here. She's enjoying Buff Pup, a bunch of other, VTuber VTubers. She decides to want to become a VTuber. And she goes and buys a ton of things here. And she's getting caught by the animal catchers. And she's like, yeah, you can't do anything. She's like, just let me do what I'm going to do. It didn't even go through. She's not actually trying to hurt anybody, so why are you doing anything? So yeah, have all that fun stuff there. And yep, she sets up her whole system. She actually breaks her monitor, sadly. But it still works. And there you go. We have a person who was thought to be Jaden Animations, as you can tell over here. This person over here, with all of her connections, pretty much made a whole big piece over here of everything that was connected to it. And, the people that she's connected to, she already did something peak. She's already has these connections down here with, I already went through everything, all the connections she has. The art as well. Down here, I think this was a bit stronger here. The art that we now know of her is very, very, very similar. You can tell here, this is the art here. We're going to open it up in a new image so you can see it a little bit closer. This is the art that we have there, and this is the art that we have finalized. So it does look very, very similar. The hair, the everything, it looks very similar. So this was something that was done for Jaden Animations. So this wasn't Kaiju Crocodile. This right here was something that was done for Jaden Animations, and this is the Kaido crocodile that we have here. This is the design that we have with the hair, very similar. The design elements of like the scales in her, the little scale horns on her head, same thing as the one you'll see here, except these are a bit bigger, more pronounced, etc. So it is definitely looking like it will be, at the very least, inspired by something that JD Animations has. We don't know if it's gonna be or not, but I'm leading like 75% that it is and 25% that it isn't. So we'll see. We'll see in the end. Nijisanji Project is a company underneath the parent company of Any Color. It is the largest by size and amount of VTubers of the VTuber agencies out there, not only in Japan, but in the world, of the individual VTuber agencies, corporations, whatever you want to call them. So today we're talking about them because they had recently let out their financial report. I'm not going to go over the large majority of it because, number one, a lot of you guys, just want to see the short nitty gritty of it, not really have to deal with, the long reading of like 10, 15 minutes. So I will try to keep it a bit shorter for you guys. These are the parts that are important, well, at least I find important, because they show the change. In JP, the numbers are growing considerably. I mean, at least in 2025 they grew, and so far in 2026 of the quarters we have. Remember, the quarters of 2026 start around 2025, mid 2025 for whatever reason, just the way the fiscal quarters start. And so far they've seen a huge gain, or at least keeping up with the last couple of quarters in fiscal year 2025. EN, on the other hand, holy moly. Since the beginning of 2024, the fiscal year of 2024, to now, they have lost over 50% of what they had. They are somewhere around 40% of the number that they were before, 30 to 40% of what they were at least the highest number that they have here, which was fiscal year 2024 there. They have dropped so very much. That's like a 60, 70% drop from what they were before. And that is one of the reasons why Nijisanji EN isn't supported as much, in my opinion, because they are, compared to JP, a drop in the bucket. They're just on life support at this point. A continuation of what I was talking about when it comes to the EN revenue. It peaked around 2023, 2024, as you can see there. And after the first quarter, or quarter one, 2024, things started dropping. That was after the Selen situation, the quote-unquote negligible Selen situation. Their revenue just dropped more and more. At a peak, they were at 14,000 of the millions, for basically 1.4 billion yen. And for promotion, it was 129. So the commerce and live streaming in total were a total of like 1,700 yen. And then here it's dropped now to the point that it is in total about 495 million yen. And that is a steep decline from their heyday. Even from the times after that, it is still a steep decline. And that is, I might like to show it in graphs instead of just talking about it, because graphs gives you a way bigger and way better understanding of what's actually happening in the numbers. The numbers, Mason, they mean a lot right now. Usually they're just numbers, they're just, funny little figures around there. But today, they definitely mean a lot. And that's what I wanted to put out there, because this is huge. They haven't grown, they haven't recovered from that point, and I don't think they will recover at this point. No matter what EN does, unfortunately, for the good people inside of the agency, they will not recover. Heartsync is a VTuber talent agency that recently joined the ranks of the others, everyone else who's out there. They had also recently debuted their new generation with these three wonderful women here. And we have some news coming out after, their Locket debut and everything like that. The Beribug keychains, created key stands, all that kind of stuff. We're all done there. Unfortunately, one of their members, the Miki, the one with the green motif, has decided to graduate, or at least leave the company. Thank you for your continued support of Heartsync. It is with incredibly heavy heart that we announced that Miki Kokoa, beloved founding member of Heartsync's first generation Locket, will be embarking on a new chapter beyond Heartsync as of December 10th, 2025. So by the time you guys are seeing this, it has already happened. They are no longer in part of the agency. Founding member Miki's energy, creativity, and deep contributions have played an instrumental role in the growth of Heartsync from the very beginning. After many discussions regarding our differing directions and priorities, mutually agreed that it would be best for her to pursue her new endeavors somewhere that may be able to support her goals more fully. To respect her future activities, we have transferred full ownership of Miki Kokoa's intellectual property to her. All official Heartsync merchandise featuring Miki Kokoa will no longer be available following the separation. While this is a very sudden and difficult announcement to make, we have cherished every moment of her journey with us. We would like you to thank you and everyone for the unwavering support throughout this transition, and we kindly ask that you continue to support Miki Kokoa as she takes her next steps forward. This is very, very sudden. This is very unexpected, in my opinion. And because it's just they recently did join the ranks of the company. And of course, I'm going to show you what they say and what others have been saying about this. We'll be talking more thoroughly about this during stream tomorrow, which is the 11th, when you're saying that on 10th, 4 p.m. CST, to clear up any confusion and any questions you guys may have. Continuing here, Sienna, one of her genmates, says, you'll forever be part of Heartsync's history and a dear friend to me, Miki. I will be supporting you throughout whatever endeavors you get through. You get into. I love you so much more than you know. And it says here, Kumu, the last member of the generation, says, I'm a bit lost for words, but still, but you've been with me through so much, Miki. I want to always be part of your story too. With or without Heartsync, I'll always love you. So this is sudden, for it just to be. Because, you know, they're part of the agency months before the whole debut happens. So it is very strange for them to suddenly leave so quickly. It means that there had to have been a very big discussion, very big issue with the direction that they wanted to go versus the direction that the company wanted to do. Maybe the company wanted to be a lot slower in the growth, and she wanted to, you know, go all cylinders blaring. And we don't know. We don't know at this point until she actually says something. And it is very unfortunate overall. Sony Music VEE is a VTuber agency that is, it started as VP Genesis, but it is a Japanese virtual YouTuber agency, a VTuber agency under Sony Music, as I mentioned before. This is their website. They do have talents under them. Some talents have moved on. Some talents are moving on. There was a recent talent, not going to name them because it's not about them. There's a recent talent who moved from VEE, graduated from VEE, and moved to Reject, which is an actual organization, it's an esports organization. So they moved from singing, which is what VEE is a part of, to going to esports because, well, most of their content was gaming. They are really good at gaming. They're much better at gaming, and that is where they would fit a bit more. So they moved on there. What we're talking about today is that we do have this person here, Vo Minato, who is going to become a part of Sony Music VEE. So this is one of the first times that I've seen Sony Music VEE do this. Usually they create their own talents and then they raise them up based on that. This time it is a already established talent who was an indie before, and they're moving on to Sony Music VEE. So kind of like a Phase Invaders type thing. Let's take a look at the PV, or the promotional video. Let's take a look here. It's going to be without music, of course, because I do want to. It is Sony, and Sony, whatever music they use, I can get screwed over. So that is the individual here that we're showing off, and some of the cute things that they have there, and going to continue being an amazing singer and everything like that. They're just really happy. I'm going to show you here what they said. I'll be graduating from being independent VTuber, playing original songs, terrestrial television for the dream I've been chasing endlessly since my debut in August last year. I've been running forward with all my might. However, it was a year when I was painfully learning the limits of doing everything alone. At that time, there was someone who reached out to me saying, let's do this together. Where is this path that will bring me closest to my own dream? Is the answer I agonized over and close time and time again. Starting today, Minaton will challenge a new stage. Today, Minaton has joined Sony Music VEE. From here on, we'll accelerate even further. I will be happy if you continue to watch over me by my side forever. Thank you for your support. So yeah, they have decided to move on to Sony Music VEE, which is good. I mean, overall, anything Sony Music, like I said before, they don't just graduate you just like that. At least it doesn't seem like it. They'll move you on somewhere else. If they see that you have the talent to move on somewhere else, they'll help you get there. And with the connections you get from Sony Music VEE, and if it does end, you do have that growing connection, that big connection that you now have in the industry. Hololive Super Expo 2026 is something that is going on in May. I think it's March to May or somewhere like that, around there. 3/6 to 3/8. So yeah, it's March 6th to March 8th at Makuhari Mess, which is where they've had it for, I think, the last of these 2 or 3 years that I know of. Today we're talking about them because Fubuki, Shirakami Fubuki, the fox friend of Hololive, is saying to those playing cosplay at Holo Expo, starting at this time, for safety, management, and crime prevention purposes, headgear that obscures the face is prohibited. Masks, face masks, helmet. For Shirakami-related cosplay, hospital-directed cosplay is no good. It's a bit disappointing, but the safety and crime prevention of all attending fans is top priority. Regarding participation in the expo, I'd appreciate your understanding once again. So what they mean by that is the people who have their regular face being shown in a cosplay and are just, dressing up as them and making themselves look as much like them as they can with their regular face on. Perfectly fine. If you have a medically necessary mask, let them know it's medically necessary, and that will usually be fine. But just helmets, things like that. Helmets can be used as a weapon, and that is one of the reasons why they want to make sure that it doesn't happen. Masks and face masks that are a part of the cosplay outfit need to be removable, I'm pretty sure, or just removed before going in order for you to be correctly identified. And we have a continuation here of things here. Understood, Shirakami. Other than the hospital directors, we were even thinking of preparing chemical protective suits. Lami-san at the venue to record a music video for like a flashlight, but no, as cosplayers will show off in a way that follows the rules. So yeah, they're going to show off in a way that follows the rules. They have to. And it says here, again, Chris, the Holopro Simp, also mentioned it. Not allowed to use mask costumes that make the face identification difficult. Continued advanced sales for day 1. Please stay tuned for updates. Ticket sales to ensure safety and security. Costumes that obscure the face and make identification difficult are prohibited. Disguises, helmets. Please note that regulations may change prior to more detailed announcements, etc. So yeah, it is for safety reasons. Has to wear a mask for health reasons, like I said before. Health-related masks more than likely will not be limited because it is a health-related mask. They do not want to affect anyone's disability, anyone's ability to properly enjoy the con, the convention, expo, etc. It does suck that it happens. Things like this are not going to be able to be done if you actually have a head covering like these. These are head coverings there. I think maybe if it's a company that does it, it'll be okay. But for the most part, for regular con goers, regular expo goers, it's not going to be allowed. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where we showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is simple, because I want it to be a positive space for VTubing, a place where we can support each other and bring each other up, promote each other, that type of thing. Be the change that I want to see in the community. Today we're talking about Kiska, or Kiska-chan, and we're going to take a look at their Twitch here. It says, it's you again, wah, wah, wah. And we have a part here that we're going to be showing off. Let's take a look. Oh, this is like ASMR type thing. Okay. Interesting. So let's see what she does on her main YouTube channel here. She has some ASMR stuff, and she has other things here. Yeah, she's primarily ASMR on her channel. She does have a Gacha Games, a Reach Games YouTube channel, which is something different a little bit here that I can show you as well for the things going on here where they are doing their song covers, other things as well. So that is just trying to show you a little bit of every single one that they have there. Thank you so much, Kiska-chan, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.